Anybody have objections to that? All three of you. People will come on and off. So I went over the guidelines again for looking at all this spring box review, and I just want to say that Sabbatical Beauty is Sabbatical Care for yourself, right? Or you could say SB equals SC. They care for us and we care for ourselves. So, so proffish. Camera on a tripod. Yeah, I realized after the first video I did, and I had it over to the left of the computer, and I was looking back and forth constantly and couldn't see and stuff. It was bad. So we're making improvements. So I could talk about what I use in the morning and evening first. I think I'll do that, and then I'll tell you other things, exciting things. Okay. Well, first of all, in the morning, it's about like it was last week. I've played around just a little bit on day to day and kind of settling down on one here. First, I use a dermatologist recommended balm type skin cleanser. I also like bamboo, but I'm running out of it because I forgot to order it. Gotta write that down. Bamboo. Anyway, bamboo cleansing balm. Okay. I won't remember. So, after that, I use goat milk and rice foaming cleanser, usually. And then I was excited to hear Marissa say that the cucumber mint is also for sensitive skin, which I certainly seem to have in areas. After that, this morning, I actually masked. I know most people that work full-time aren't going to do that in the morning, but I actually had a free-ish morning. So I masked with Camellia Rose, which I adore, and I went from here, the deck, all the way up. I did not, of course, put it on my eyes or brow bones, and left that on for 20. And then, after I rinsed it off, I put on Nourish Oil Mask and left that on about 30. And it's so good. My neck really liked it. And I put some on my right hand, too, because, we're working on those spots, doing tests. Okay, then after that, after I rinsed off the Nourish Oil, which actually rinsed off, hi, Amy, and Quinley, you're listening in the car. See, you're just listening. You're not looking at the screen. That's what I tried to tell people when I do it, listening to their video. Okay, so the next I use the Lotus Serum Mist. I'm getting a little stingy with that because I'm getting low. I've used up half of it or more of my box. And then that doesn't take any time at all to just suck right into my skin. I put myself back on peat, and I've been using the peat serum. I like that. Not sure what it does for me, brightening something. My skin just seems to like it. And then I followed that, and that absorbs pretty quickly. Then I put in Dorian Gray Serum, which that stuff, it is just awesome. I reviewed it last night. And you have to be patient if you're like my age and you've had something on your skin for years and years. It's going to take a little longer, but I am seeing some changes I'll tell you about. All right, after that, Absorbed, which takes a little bit longer because it's number 5. I have numbered all my bottles now. All my serums are numbered, so I don't have to keep looking at the chart. Then I did Pearl. Seeing if anybody else said hi. I did Pearl, and I'm only putting it on my cheeks and, what does that say? Sorry. Cheeks and a little bit on the forehead because I heard Marissa talking about highlighting, and I didn't want a shiny nose and T-zone, which it seemed to give me. So I just did this, a little bit over here, like that. And that takes a little longer, so I busied myself with something else. Then a lot of times I forget to write this down, but I am doing the anti-aging eye gel oil. And I just put a tiny bit under here, under each eye. The lids are still irritated, and I can't put stuff on them too much. After that, I used After Sun Face Balm Rescue, which came in the spring box, and I really like. It has a lot of aloe in it, other healing things. I put that on any rashy red areas, like I have one below a sunspot. I have a little cheek one that started there I'd been ignoring or denying. This one's almost healed, and then the base of my throat. Someday I might go to the dermatologist if I have a year to wait. Okay, then next I put Blush Beauty Oil. And by the way, I did Dorian Gray serum to my right hand and Blush Beauty Oil. And then after all that's absorbed, I did sunscreen. So that's the morning one. And I noticed, well, I'll tell you about the evening one. The evening one last night, okay. I swam yesterday in this saltwater pool, but it degrades to chlorine. I don't know if that's what's giving me problems with rashes, but they did seem worse this morning. Anyway, so yesterday evening, I used my Dermatology type cleanser, goat milk rice foaming cleanser, peat, Dorian Gray, omitting Dorian Gray on anything that's irritated red, like broken open. And I don't have acne, I just have these rashes. So if you had acne, it might be a different story. Then I did use Glow on the little brown spot there, and sometimes I put it on the sides of my neck. More about that later, if I remember. And I put the After Sun again on anything rashy, red, itchy. I used a little bit less Blush Beauty Oil in the T-zone because I've been getting a little too much up here, I think. So I was careful in putting that on. And after that absorbed, the very most wonderful thing I ended with was the Donkey Milk Gel Sleeping Pack. I love sleeping packs. They're wonderful. I did pat some snow on top of the Glow, I think, for Snow Glow. It's cute. On top of the rashy red areas again. Okay. And Amy, I won't poke my eye out, I promise. Yeah, Pearl on the Cheeks is awesome. Yes, numbering the bottles of the serum, Madeline, that worked great. Amy, you're very sweet. Yourself. Takes one to know one, huh? Next, I'm going to tell you about major changes. There's nothing that's just slap me up the side of the head or anything like that, as they say around here. But I'm noticing these. The one thing I did really think was pretty immediate was putting the Camellia Rose on my neck. I facialed my neck. I necked my neck, whatever you want to call it. And my neck right away felt softer and smoother. And overall, I've noticed that about the whole routine. My neck is doing better. My face seems to look a little brighter to me, the skin tone, and the brown / sun / age spots are fading slowly, but they're fading. I did a little picture of my hand. I'm going to take a picture every week of my right hand where I'm testing. Okay, the sides of my neck, I had one other bottle of the serum, just a sample of Dorian Gray serum, probably from earlier this year. I mean, no, not earlier this year, earlier last year. And then I ran out and I quit using it. And I had the oil too. So I will tell you what, yeah, you facialed your neck. Yes, I did facial my neck, Madeline. So it was getting something of that periodically, but not religiously. And the most wonderful thing about this routine is it's a routine. Okay? So if you're hit or miss like I was, this is so much better. Get a regimen, follow it, or a routine. And the retinol on my neck, honestly, I know it's better. Now, sometimes when I get in the car and there's sunlight and I look in the mirror, I can see things even better. But I'm pretty sure it's much better than it was, which is awesome because I have all kinds of hormonal, I think they call it melasma or something, all along here, across here. It's just frustrating. And this is something that's actually helped. Looking at comments. Let me try over here. Yes, a lift does a better job for for making it look nicer, yeah. But I actually stopped the lift because my skin, I was doing all kinds of crazy little rash things, and I thought I am going to just back off and just go slower because I'm so excited. I want to get it all done. Okay, now, has anyone noticed my skin? I would say yes. Coworkers, they know I'm doing this, but I actually have had, in talking to people about it, I've had them say, this guy he's probably 25. He said, really? They're so surprised to learn that I'm almost 69. He said, we had you for in your 50s. So of course I eat that up like ice cream. But I think it's nice to hear that. I'm going to read again. Crepey skin. Yes, I have, the worst problem I have is probably on my hands. And they say your hands show your age better than anything. So, yes, definitely. In my case, in your case, apparently, Amy. Now, let's see. But I won't give up on lift. I'm not 69 yet, Madeline. That's why I don't look 69. I'm 68. And I can't eat ice cream, Courtney. I can if I want to take a whole bunch of lactate tablets. And I lost 5 pounds 30 years ago when I found out I had lactose intolerance. And then I found lactate tablets, and I could eat ice cream again, which is my favorite dessert. But I just do non-dairy now. There's some really good ones out there. Let me clue you. All right, so I told you about anybody noticing my skin. And am I planning any changes in my routine for next week? Yes. Every time I watch another video, or Marissa or anybody, I learn something or read a post. And it's like okay, Sabbatical Beauty can give you a college course in skincare for sure. What I'm going to do next week is I'm going to try Lotus Mist Serum only on my T-zone and red areas. I'm getting a little more careful with it because all I do is go usually like that, 2 squirts, and then maybe pat it around a little bit. It comes out in such a fine mist, it doesn't really accumulate heavily in one area for me. But I just thought it helps a lot with oily areas and calming, so I thought that's why we'll do that. I will try that to make it last. Okay, so that's one for sure. I am going to be using a couple things before I get in the pool and on these rashes that aren't necessarily in the spring box that Madeline recommended, because I'm getting kind of desperate. And I got to order Calm. Calm sounds like a good product. I don't know if any of you have that one, but I think that would be, I just forgot to order it. Yeah, Lotus Mist, Anne's looking forward to it. Hi, Anne, and I think everybody is that knows anything that's watched even one of these. So, it's a pretty awesome product. Thought I saw a cat sneak in here, but I guess I'm hallucinating. Oh, hi, Simon. Did you want to be in this video? Come on up. He's actually wanting his dinner. He just woke up. Come on. Come on, baby. My 10-pound baby. You coming up? All right, I'm going to ignore you then. You have to jump up if you want up. Now, let's see. What products are exceptional? Okay. Obviously, Dorian Gray Serum. I love that stuff. The After Sun Face Balm has been really helpful to me in irritated places. Come on, Simon. Come on. You can jump. You're a big, strong cat. So I love that for healing and soothing. And it's really hard to pick one, so I'm going to tell you one more, and that'll make 3. The Donkey Milk Gel Sleeping Pack. It makes all my red areas better. Simon, honestly, you act like you can't jump. I know you're 18 years old, but good grief. Here he is. There's the boy. I think he might be the cause of some of my rashes, so I'm going to try not to hug him today. You're such a good boy. Okay, so the Donkey Milk Gel Sleeping Pack made all my red patches better by the next morning, and I'll use it at night. And I think it's the bomb. I hate to use violent words. Yes, it's Simon. Isn't he handsome? At Christmas, he gets a red collar, Amy. A red bow tie collar. Actually, I gave him a red collar because it looks so good on him. All the cats got different collars when our one got lost last year. So, back to donkey milk gel. And I know that it not only bites acne in the butt, but I don't have acne. However, it just does other awesome things. It has so many wonderful things it does. It fights wrinkles, it helps firm your skin, and it helps regenerate your skin. And Simon agrees with all that. And let me see if anyone has any comments or questions. I know I cannot help hugging my cat. And Courtney says, I can't help it. Courtney, is your cat named Regina? My goodness. Yes. A red bow tie collar, Adeline. He wears it. He is very, very handsome. He's our only tuxedo cat we've ever had. We usually adopt black ones because they're not as adoptable for some stupid reason. Yeah, they have to have their late afternoon nap, Adeline. It's a good way to end with a kitty cat. And Amy, I'm reading that. It's a hard, fluffy life. Yeah, Adeline, hard, fluff life. As amazing as Holy Lotus Mask is, Lotus Mist, different type of lotus, is the amazing balm. I just am amazed by it. Amy, I'm going to stick my foot in my mouth. Did you review Lotus Mist serum? And I don't remember. We've had a sick cat and for weeks, and we were devoting so much energy to him. He didn't make it, but he's in a happier place now. So, yeah, Lotus Mist. Adeline, are you going to save some for us? Don't let everyone buy it out. Okay, yeah, he is a very handsome boy. If you look at his feet, look at these feet. Look at them. They're wonderful. And his tummy, he has one black back foot with white tips and one white foot. He's so much fun. Yes. Yes, he's going, what are you doing to me, woman? All right, Adeline. You see that in print, everybody. Everybody watching. She said she's going to save some Lotus Mist for us. Yeah, the paws are hilarious. I love dogs. I love all animals. I really do. I love all you guys. Thank you for coming. We'll quit here. It's already 20 after 6, and these cats want to eat, right? Courtney, you could do that. Come on. All right, I'm going to hold him up. Ooh, look at your tummy. Look at his handsome Kittler. That's his little mustache. He's so old that he may be being senile because he goes in the living room a lot of times after he eats and meows and meows and meows. Yeah, he's a very handsome boy. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate you. And we're waiting to see all the other animals. Okay? Bye. Thanks for coming. I'm ending it.